even more aggressively.
You love that from your coach. You love a green light.
Out of the middle, there's Kaz Brown.
Last matchup, Kaz Brown led the team with 11 kills. She can be extremely offensive.
Something that Orlando has been happy about. They haven't been very happy about the consistency from set to set, but they feel like the middles are starting to hit their stride. There's Brown again.
Kaz Brown is so physical. When she attacks that ball, she's contacting it so high and really swinging through. They're dropping the thumb, and she passed that ball too. So I love the fact that Shampoo rewarded her.
In this match, Conrad, the Towel King, has had plenty of work to do already. Taylor. Vander Wyde. Taylor got jammed up there. Indy made the most of it. Vander Wyde on the attack. Look at Elena Scott. Brown puts it down. Gritty defensive effort by the Ignite all the way through that rally, but nonetheless, Orlando leads by 1.
Elena Scott is so scrappy. She's all over the place, laying out. Superman kind of dig one arm. And then look at the service line for this Indy. You've got 2 liberos.
The serve. They're targeting Lindsay Vander Wyde often. Did so early. Here they go once again. Vander Wyde gets the set from Shampoo. Off the D-ball, Abercrombie, dug by Baird. Kelly called her own number, picked up by Abercrombie. Out of system, Vander Wyde does what she can with it. Baird on the deck, keeps it alive. Good luck stopping that. A crowd pleaser from Kaz.
What a way to finish a rally. So much strength in that slide attack off of 1 foot, one-on-one situation, and then she cuts it off at the perfect time. You have to swing quick on that slide attack.
Sides are looking to come and attack a setter and try to attack down the line. She presents a really big block and got it that time.
Valkyries come out in set 1 and run over the Supernovas.
Attack that ball down the line.
Good run in the middle. Great set by Shaftmaster. Foster put it away, and now Foster back to
block.
Oldhouse had an outstanding career at Iowa State, 1,500 kills. That ball to the floor once again away from Ogilvy in her first appearance in a Rise uniform. That was Las Vegas, the 3-0 win. She was 9 of 28.
People down block.
Nice reaction by Ogilvy. Boy, both teams getting a lot of hands on some of these attacks. There were hands there, yes, by Bastianelli, but you can't stop Natalie Foster. That Terry pivotal match for both of these teams. Orlando has lost 5 out of their last 6 after winning 9 in a row, and there is no margin for error. For the visiting and very productive 6 months of professional volleyball. She won Athletes Unlimited in the fall. That's more of an individual competition. That's a good set. Snyder with a good read. Kaz Brown, and got it right on the sideline, and it's hard away from Ogilvy. Ogilvy was there, hard to beat her.
Kaz Brown, super offensive minded. I think Elena Ogilvy just snuck in a little bit, possibly for a tip. She steps into the court, and then Kaz Brown catches her wide.
Kaz Brown.
That's sneaky. I wish
You weren't wide.
More sneaky. I wish I could rewind and do that.
A lot of rewinding tonight so far. Nicely done out of the middle by Natalie Foster, the 6'4" rookie. 14th pick overall out of SMU. Had 64 aces last year for SMU.
But some can be.
Foster, yeah, it's the little things. It's like when you're out of system, make sure you get the ball first contact on the opposing setter. You tip the middle blocker.
We talk about the length and talent of Natalie Foster, the rookie out of hopping that ball in this gap. Really nice.
Oh, beautiful set by Shampoo that time to save the opportunity for Kaz Brown.
Shampoo really working hard to get her middles involved more. That's really
7% positive. We talked about kind of a glue player like Courtney Schwann is for Orlando. Pia Timmer is for Atlanta. That ball's still alive. And right back to Kaz Brown. Why not? Number 11 in white. Real leader on this team, Holly.
Pinball defense for Grand Rapids, but then you go to Kaz Brown. Kaz Brown kills the ball and then struts back to that back line, just giving your team so much. Really nice work to close that seam.
Jensen saw her. There's no question about that. And Natalie Foster on the gap from Shampoo.
That sharp angle.
Double sub back on with Rasky and Robinson. Kaz Brown doing some work that time. What a good battle between she and Bastianelli.
So fun to watch great middles go to work both offensively.
Oh, that is so good. Horn good part. Goes by Shampoo, and what a delivery.
Shampoo is a magician, so good. Magical hands, gets all the way to that ball on the left side.
Kaz Brown again, aggressive setting by Shampoo. How hard is it for a player like Kaz Brown, offense, defense, and back to get into attack mode?
It's so hard, but Kaz Brown does the work. Look at her get off.
Eleanor Holthouse, the new addition playing in just her second match, is 9 of 31 as a team. Grand Rapids hitting 231 to 240 for Kaz Brown, racking up the kills here in the fourth set. Technical timeout number 1.
When you've got a player like Kaz Brown, emotional leader, give her the ball, feed her, and then look at her share the love. And you could not read where it was going, and it's coming fast.
The floater with pace, I like that. Shampoo really working the middle in this fourth set.
And why not Kaz Brown and Natalie Foster? Big.
Wow. Once again to the middle, and that'll get to the floor. Foster again. Now 6 of 14, no errors.
I still think that set can be a little bit higher than Natalie Foster, but she's able to get her arm through that ball. Attacker in Germany.
10 of 33, now is Holthouse, a recent addition. And again, back to the middle. What's the decision-making process now for Shampoo?
Well, I like what Shampoo did with her body. It looked completely like she was going to go back step. Look, she does a little turn.
Coming off a double-double against San Diego on the road. 15 kills, 14 digs as Natalie Foster off one foot puts that ball away. She has been, yes, impressive serving, Kelly, but she's been very offensive too.
Doing a great job going behind the setter on that slide play. That's a tough play to defend.
Has a chance. With a win, they could be in to Las Vegas in about 4 weeks' time. They're playing like it too, trading haymakers early.
The Valkyries are doing a really nice job on serve receive, being in system, and it's allowed them to run their middles, both Brown and
Nani Osia, number 18, defensively, as Corey Lewis goes back to serve once more. Here's a kill out of the middle for Kaz Brown, number 11. And Kelly, just watching each of these teams operate, it feels like we are calling a lot of different names. They are spreading the ball around well.
Yeah, and that's what both of these teams do so well here from Edmond.
And so Schwann goes back to serve. Collision between Edmond and Anna Dixon. Opportunity again for Orlando, and Kaz Brown makes the most of it. We are tied at 24.
I love the decision from Shampoo to go back to Kaz Brown. A little bit of a misconnection a couple of points ago, had mistimed her jump, went right back to that slide play, and she's that energy player.
Vander Weide showing a little bit more of Abercrombie. Feels like Orlando's gaining some traction here, trimming the lead to 1. And Kaz Brown has been a fixture in that equation.
And if it's worked, just keep going to it. Kaz Brown, that slide play working to push it through.
Atlanta leads once again off the slide. There's Kaz Brown yet again. Atlanta cannot stop her.
Even with a double block.
Yeah.
And Brown's making attackers take on their approach.
It's our Tom-Com on the combination play with Walker flying in. The set went to Cox, and the ball went back where it came from. A big block by Orlando. Angel Perez, second-year head coach of the Columbus Fury. Won back-to-back league titles previously as a head coach in Puerto Rico. and Kaz Brown blocks Walker. Orlando building a wall early in the first set.
Kaz Brown is an extremely disciplined blocker. She is patient. Such a solid
Head
swing.
coach for Orlando previously was an assistant under Brad Keller at USC. Courtney Schwann is dug by Megan Courtney Lush. Ray Potch right back into the block. This time it was covered by Kaylee Cox. Kaz Brown plays that ball defensively. Cox with a couple of good defensive plays. The block, hitter coverage, and the pancake. Back set, Brown puts an end to it. Kaz Brown already with the 3 stuff blocks, showing up offensively as well.
Kaz Brown is really dominant off of 1 foot behind the setter. Watch the
arena. As Courtney Schwann serves it up, coming off the technical timeout. Really was a key for both sides. Both coaches, one of the first things they mentioned, they want to serve tough, take the other out of system. Nothing new, but especially with these middles in this matchup, something that both coaches were thinking about at length going into this match, and Orlando is off to a heck of a start.
And it's key, you have
something that at the start of this 3-match win streak against Indy, Columbus did a really good job of serving short, serving the stack in certain rotations. But Orlando with the side out. Kaz Brown will go back to serve. She has had Columbus back within 4. Middle swing for Natalie Foster. She's been having a fantastic rookie season. Numbers, a touchdown offensively as of late.
Yes, she has been coming off of 5 kills, a couple of 4-kill matches recently. But
in general, they are 4th in the league, just about 2.5 blocks per set. Good par, nice setup to Foster. Orlando in system. Foster with the disposal.
Shannon Scully just makes serve receive look easy. That was a dime of a pass right on Champu's head, who's able to run through the middle. Quick set to Natalie Foster.
Here's filling in for Terry. That's a smackdown right there from Natalie Foster.
Natalie Foster is also one of those players that can hit sharp into the seam if the block allows it, or if the block is up and set and in front of snap. Doesn't even follow through the ball, just has to snap in the pace.
Kaz Brown calling for the 1. And some prolonged contact with the ball. We were having that conversation pre-match with Landry Homeshire, the R1.
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit more liberal with this call.
Bigger swing from Brown, and Orlando sides out right away after that Cox kill. The 4 likely playoff participants coming in. It just shows you it's anybody's game in Vegas with Orlando playing like this, despite coming in 2-6 in their last 8. That's a point for Kaz Brown. They are 1 point away from the 8. Another huge serve, and the 5th ace of the night for Foster.
What's crazy about this serve, too, is usually with a serve like that, it's high risk, high reward, but with Natalie, without a ton of risk for error.
There it is again, her 6th. This is as good as it gets behind the service line. Natalie Foster, 6 aces in a match.
Watch the movement, watch where she contacts it, and then how it dips and dives from left.
It was previously a 6-0 run. They got 5 in a row on Foster's serve, and that is too much. Abercrombie burying that ball underground.
Watch this play, watch this route. It's absolutely insane, and it completely tricked the block. Watch Kaz Brown go right behind the setter. The block, both of them, is jumping with.
Come on, jump! Let's go!
Back set for Brown, and Orlando just going to town. They've been in system enough, and when they are, Abercrombie, Brown, and everyone else.
And you can thank
with the 5 winning, breaking Orlando's winning streak record from earlier in the season. That was a dispiriting loss, but what a response now for Orlando with a chance to clinch a postseason berth. Here's Champu to Foster. She can do it in the front row as well. All those aces, but gets on the board once again as an attacker.
Because Natalie Foster contacts that ball so high, she creates so many angles for herself, and she's able to avoid the block and hit it straight down.
And she is 8 for 9. That's a short serve by Kaz Brown. Seen a couple of those from her as much as she has been targeted. And Foster again, 9 for 10. Just keep the counter going for Orlando. These numbers are pretty impressive off